Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's the season finale. It's NOMEX Racing, and it's all come down to this. Silverstone. We've got a great night ahead for you. We have a sprint qualifying, then a sprint race, then we have main qualifying, and then the main race, all to play for. Potentially, there's 6 drivers that could win this championship tonight. Also, 4 teams in the constructors could win tonight. So, yeah, all to play for. It's going to be hard to keep up with. There's so many different permutations, but I'll do my best. Let's start with the constructors, shall we? Anyone from Ferrari, who are the current favourites, Red Bull, the Saubers, or the Mercedes could win this constructors title tonight. And as far as the driver standings go, well, it's going to be between Tim, who's only 2 points in front of Paddy. Those two are definitely the pre-race favourites. One of those two is the most likely, you would say, to win the title. But King Panda, Gagli, Ice One, and Lewis, if results go their way, all have a shot. They all have a shot at winning this title. As I mentioned, lots and lots of different permutations. So we're gonna have to concentrate and be on it tonight. But yeah, and probably the perfect track to do it, really. Just always good racing at Silverstone, never a dull moment, and yeah. Hopefully we see a clean race, and that the title is decided upon somebody's performance on track rather than an incident. That's always, you've got to keep your fingers crossed for that. It's always possible because it's Formula One, But I'm confident and I'm hopeful that that won't happen, and that we'll see purely on skill level and on merit a new drivers' champion crowned tonight, and obviously the constructors' champions as well. So that is in many ways just as important. So everyone's just readying up in the lobby now, almost ready to go. Massively important, this qualifying, and sure, everyone's feeling a little bit nervous going into this session. It's understandable, a lot on the line. Double duty tonight with the an extra qualifying session and a sprint race for me, but not a problem, especially not at Great Britain. This is going to be a good race. Never fails to deliver. Nice one's in the chat, ready to go. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I've got to change to spectate. Good shout. Good shout. I thought I'd already done. Look at that. I was just leaving it late. I know what I was doing. I thought no, to be honest, I thought I'd already done it when I came in, so that's on me. No problem. I think someone might upset the apple cart tonight and take the race win instead of one of these front runners. That would be quite shocking, and would probably be to the benefit of Paddy and Tim, whoever finishes highest between those two. Double points tonight for the race, by the way. So That's why there's, I didn't realise this, but that's why there's so many drivers in it. I didn't realise it was double points last race of the season. That's on me, my bad. But yeah, we'll see. As I say, I'll try and keep up with everything. And keep everybody informed. Decent weather, that's always good. That means everybody will be going at their maximum pace. You know, everybody's going to... everyone's going to be pushing hard. Whereas, you know, a wet quali or a wet race or whatever can be a little bit... You know, you can get more incidents. There's a lot of luck involved. It's harder to pass. It does even the field up, though, a wet race. So we've got our first driver coming out in the Haas. Let's see who that is. Is it Flopper or is it? It's Giovanni. Giovanni's going to be first one round. Look at that, Silverstone. This has to be... it's up there with Monaco, isn't it? It's one of those iconic circuits that you love. Weather report there, yeah, both qualies are going to be dry, but there's possibility of rain in both the sprint race and the main race. That, if it's mixed conditions, that could really mess things up for people. It's going to make strategy massively important, as you see Giovanni just, or Govi, we'll say, just running a bit wide there. But it's not. He's on his out lap, so he's not losing anything in time or anything. Who else is out at the minute? Lewis is out. Bucco is out, and Broke Gorilla. Love that name. That is a class name. I'm feeling that. In the RB is out. Interested to see what Connor can do in the Williams. He's had a couple of races in this league and been a bit unlucky. I know he's got great pace, so he could be one of those, you know, a surprise package sort of thing. If it is mixed conditions, it's going to make strategy massively important. This pit lane here at Silverstone, one of the longest in terms of time lost in the pits. Looking at a 42-second total pit stop, so we'll have to see about that. As Govi's just coming up to the end of sector 1 soon. Obviously a purple sector 1. He's the first person round. It's just such a lovely track, Great Britain. Lots of fast, sweeping corners. You see the chicanes, Maggots and Beckett's. Pick a line, you've got to get it right. Didn't really touch on the apex there on both corners of Beckett's, really. Nicely out though. We'll see what sort of time this is. It's going to be the first time put in. Bucco's not far behind. There you go. And that's going to be a 1:33.6 to start things off. Yeah, Bucco's putting a 1:30. That's a much better indicator of what sort of times we're going to get here. Let's see who's on a fast lap. Tim's on a fast lap in the Ferrari. Literally just started his lap, so championship leader. As Griller puts in a 1:31.1. Tim is definitely going to be looking to put in a big time here. As Lewis has gone sub 1:30 there with a 1:29.8. Very good. Excellent time in there. And Ver has done a 1:27.3. So that's a very quick lap, and that's really put a marker down early in this qualifying session. .103 through two sectors here. Down through Vale. Round Club, and it's going to be going down the Hamilton Straight over the start finish line. What sort of time is it going to be? It's going to be a 1:27.7. So Gagley currently 1.5 tenths up, and Vert has absolutely smashed his qualifying time. Let's have a look at Josh. He's on the medium, so we'll go to Immortal, who's on a fast lap on the softs. I think Josh just getting a feel for the track there, making sure his setup's absolutely right. Quite a quick lap, as you see, sub 1:30s. However, because of the time it takes in the pit straight, it's very difficult to get like a lot of runs in, especially in sprint qualifying, which is shorter than normal qualifying. You'll get enough time to maybe get 2 laps in. Josh on the mediums there, 1:28.3. That was an awesome lap, really. So Immortal's done a 1:30.4 on the fast lap here. Paddy's on a fast lap too. Connor's on an out lap. Ice One is out. One of a couple of in Paddy and Ice One, a couple of our championship contenders. Of course, Gagley there, currently second in that Red Bull. That's massively important. As it looks like Immortal is down on time. So let's go to Paddy, who's in sector 3 right now. He's gone round Stowe into Vale, and let's see. What sort of time Paddy's going to put in? It's going to be a 1:28 dead. Oh no, 1:28.2 actually. And that's on the mediums. So again, a quick time for a medium runner. They're trying to save as many sets of softs as possible here for the race. Let's go to Connor. He's going to be on the soft tyres, I imagine. Yes, he is. And as you can see, Gagley in second on the mediums too. So quite surprised. I think with the double points for the race, it's not quite put all your eggs in that basket, but you're getting there. Connor there, just a bit snapper oversteer there, so probably will go again if he's got the fuel. Here's Ice One coming down the hanger straight now into Stowe. Let's see what time on the mediums again. So very mixed qualifying. We've got like half of the runners on the medium tyre tonight for sprint qualifying. Obviously trying to save those soft tyres for the feature race quality. That's a 1:29.2. 8th position for Ice One. King Panda with a 1:27.4. That's a great time. Verpe's on an outlap. Quite early on his outlap, I think. Yeah, plenty of time to go. I think you might see a few more coming out here. Let's see if yeah, Connor has gone for another fast lap here. Slight error in sector 2 for Connor, and he decided to back off and go again. Obviously not enough time to get in the pits and put a fresh set of tyres, but enough time for another lap. So this is where it's had a snap. Yeah, look, as you see a little snap there, but kept it well under control. Going around Cox now into Maggots, and Beckett's coming up here. That's a nice line. There you go. A lot tighter there. That's a purple sector 1 and 2 from Connor. That could be massively important. Not just in terms of his own time, but in terms of the championship. Nicely round club there, and it's a 1:26.4. That is a huge time. That is massive. That's blown everyone out of the water. That's 9/10 quicker than anybody else on track right now. I think everyone's just a bit stunned. Let's see, Gagley is out on the softs, just starting his fast lap. Josh is starting a fast lap. Bucko too. Nice one's out. Tim's he's gonna get over in time, I think. And where's Paddy on his out lap? He needs to get a move on. There we go. Gagley now into sector 2. Ooh, oversteer there. Controlled it nicely. A bit like Connor's lap, that. Just a bit of oversteer there. There we go. Full throttle through Cox. Let's see how he attacks the chicanes. There we go. Paddy didn't manage to get round in time, so a little bit of an error of judgment there from Paddy. Gagley almost 5/10 up. That's half a second he's going to take out. If you can have a good sector 3, could get more. Nice to see nobody so far is taking the scumbag line there through Stowe. You can actually go wide and off the track. And that's good enough for second. That's a 1:26.8. That's a decent lap there, and I think Verpe's done. Looks like he's down on his time. Josh has moved up into 3rd position. Let's get on with Tim. Big pressure on Tim. He's half a second up. If you could get about on a 27 even, going to be on the 2nd row. That's a 1:26.9, good enough for 3rd position on the 2nd row of the grid. That's a good qualifying time. I think it's just Verpe and he's done. So there you go. That's the grid for the sprint race. Connor on pole from Gagley. Tim only good enough for 3rd. Josh with an excellent 4th position there. Verpe in 5th in the end after that spectacular first lap. Didn't manage to improve. King Panda in 6th. Lewis in 7th. Paddy 8th. He miscalculated his time there for that late lap. Flopper in 9th. I didn't see you there, Flopper. It's good to see you in. Bucko in 10th. Ice one down in 11th. And we've got Ace, our main man Ace in 12th. Immortal 13th. Broke Gorilla in 14th. And there's Ace. Oh, we see the Mercedes. It's going to be an interesting one, this sprint race. In the end, as Govey just bringing up the rear of the grid there. In the end, only 2, Ice One and Paddy put times in just on mediums. So actually not bad times at all, really, neither from Paddy or Ice One, considering they were on medium tyres. But we'll have to see we'll have to see now in the sprint race. 9 laps. It's going to be a bit chaotic, a bit hectic. We have DRS from lap 2, and we'll see who can come out with maximum points here. Everyone just getting everything set up and ready. If they've not quite got the right setup on, they will be able to, in the qualifying for the main race, I believe you're able to readjust all of your settings on your car, or how you've got your car set up. There we go then. This is a big moment. This is the first part of what's going to be an amazing night, I suspect. And they're lined up on the grid for the formation lap. Let's we don't want telemetry. That's just takes up too much of the screen. And let's see. So the front 4 on mediums. We've got Flopper and Bucko on mediums. And then we've got between 5th and 8th all on softs, and then from 11th down all on softs too. So different strategies. I'd be interested to see what happens here, whose strategy is going to pay off. 9 laps. I think the softs can just about do that. The mediums definitely will be able to do 9 laps. But yeah, the softs might start dropping off towards the end. As I say, it's going to be a very interesting one, especially now seeing that you've got those front 4 on the medium compound, and then you've got the 4 behind on softs, and you've got a couple more on mediums, then you've got softs behind those. Battle of the tyres tonight. What I'm liking here, I know it's only a warm-up lap, I know it's the formation lap, but everybody's being quite courteous in terms of the space that they're giving on the formation lap. Nobody's trying to sabotage anyone. No one's messing anyone's lap up. Of course, if you get disqualified from your from your formation lap, it just plonks you back on the grid with cold tyres. So yeah, not great. Connor there going in at an angle, so he's looking to cut across straight away by the looks of things. Everybody just lining up now. Let's look behind. Just the guys at the back just about ready. And oh, three drivers there didn't make their starting line. They went over the line. So here we go. And we're off. Here we go. It's sprint race time. Connor's moved over. Yep, he's closed the line off there from Gagli. Tim, a decent start in 3rd. Verpe up to 4th, and these guys side by side. Oh, a big lock up from Connor there. Hopefully nothing too bad. Oh, and it's all gone wrong. Tim now down into it's absolute carnage. Connor's still in the lead. This is a bit mental now. Everyone's got to reset, and hopefully nobody got too damaged there. As Immortal's out, so that's sprint over for Immortal. Tim up to 9th. King Panda up into 5th. Paddy had a good start up into 6th there. Tim now into 8th position as Fishy Flopper's struggling a little bit. And you can see Verpe and Connor at the front, nothing in it. DRS from lap 2, so it's going to be a massive DRS train, I expect. We'll stick with these front runners, of course. There is, it's a DRS train, as you see Lewis side by side there with Josh, managed to get through. Verpe's going to go down the inside on Connor here. Connor's just managing to hold off there. Verpe, one of those soft runners, so massively important that you get past as quickly as possible. Oh, and there's a touch. There's a touch there between Verpe and Connor. Not sure who was at fault there. Connor down to 2nd, Lewis up to 1st. And yeah, that's put Verpe down into 10th position as Lewis goes through on Connor. Lewis is going to be able to hold Connor off here. Yep, takes the lead of the race. Two Saubers in a nice position. Going to be difficult. They're quite far back in terms of the constructors. They had a couple of off weeks really, but they can still win it, and they're looking to do so tonight. As we see Connor taking first position back. Look at Paddy. We have DRS, remember. This is not a great place to overtake, but Paddy does go through on Josh. Josh now has the inside line. Somebody's going to have to pull out there. Yeah, you can't go side by side through the chicanes of Maggots and Beckett's. It's impossible. Although Gagley's going to try, and he has. As Govey's out of the sprint race, that's 2 down. Gagley there taking all sorts of risks. As Paddy now is up to 2nd position. And this will give, if things stay the same, I mean, there's a long way to go, but if things stay the same in this race, Paddy will have the lead in the championship going into the main race. There's the fastest lap from... Oh, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings for Broke Gorilla there. Very, very close. Let's see. King Panda is looking to make a move here. There's DRS on this next straight, but he's in a massive train, so it's going to make things really difficult. These 7 guys, all in a DRS change. You can see he can get close. He's not quite got enough to get past though. Those soft tyres are still going to be the better tyre at this stage. As you see Verpe and Fishy Flopper side by side. Fishy Flopper gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. I will say Silverstone, you will see penalties. It is one of those tracks where it is easy to get a warning for track limits, that's for sure. Up to the top then, we're on board with Lewis. He's got Josh just behind. It's going to be difficult for Lewis to catch. 3rd place, that awkward position as Paddy goes through into 1st position on Connor. Is he going to make it stick? He's squeezing Connor. No, he's not risking it. Lewis manages to close the gap. I say very difficult to overtake. Very wide there from Lewis. Maybe in a bit of a dirty air, couldn't quite get round. Look at all these fast laps coming in. So King Panda has it at the minute for the Saubers, and I think everybody in the top 6 there managed to put in a fast lap. I think if Paddy can just stay in this position, stay in front of Tim. Oh, that was close there. Lewis having a look, couldn't quite make it stick, couldn't quite get through. He's going to look down the inside now. That is a really nice line. He's squeezing Paddy on the outside, leaving just enough of a gap. That's nice racing. That's very good from Lewis there. As you can see, the front 7 now have created a gap, and Verpe with no DRS is going to have to really push to try and catch. We are looking at Lewis, but it's because he's in the middle and you can see everything really. As Gagley goes through on Josh, and he's going to go through on Lewis as well. What a great manoeuvre from Gagley. Double overtake down the hanger straight, and the Red Bull up into 3rd position. Despite that awful start really, that incident on lap 1, he's managed to pull this back and he's up into 3rd position. So Gagley, one of our championship contenders, doing well. Lewis down to 4th. And you see the Saubers in 5th and 6th too. Tim in 7th. He's still right there, Tim. He's not far behind us all. Let's get a quick drink here on lap 5 of 9. Bit of a lock up there from Paddy on the front left. We will see in, I'd say from about lap 7, we'll see if the soft tyres hold up for the full 9. If they do, it's a great call from those that are running the softs. If they don't, then these medium runners are going to have a massive advantage. Paddy just struggling a little bit there under dirty air. They are starting to gap Lewis here, these front three. As Gaglic, don't try it, don't try it. Yeah, Lewis 9.5 tenths behind. If he gets DRS, he might be able to close the gap ever so slightly here. As Connor down into second position, down into third position. Loses 2 places there to Paddy and Gagli, although he is trying to come back, and he's not going to quite be able to come back on Gagli there, looking for the switchback. And you see, because of that, Lewis has managed to close the gap back down to 3 tenths. So good for him there. This front 7. All the way now, 3 seconds, 3.2 seconds, 3.3 seconds. You can see the gap ever widening between 7th and 8th. So it's between these guys. There's not long left, just 4 racing laps. And we'll see if any of these guys can get the race win. I mean, one of them is, and the Saubers overtaking each other. They're very good with that. They won't. I don't want to curse them or anything, but yeah, they've generally they race really, they race hard, but it's a bit like papaya rules for the Saubers. They're a very good team. They're very good together, very strong. They both help each other out. Yeah, so I'm going to see the tyres maybe come into play as Paddy now trying to get a gap, but not quite, and not the best line there from Paddy. He's going to definitely lose out to at least one of these, maybe both. Yep, Gagli's gone through, Connor's gone through, Paddy back down into third. Now it's Gagli at the front. So Connor's looking to take it down the inside, and he has. And he's managed to get through. So the 2 medium runners, first and second right now. Paddy on the softs in third. These side by side, as you see Connor and Gagli, no give between the two. Gagli's got the inside line into turn 1, but he's going to go around the outside into turn 2. Paddy's getting, Paddy there, kind of boxed in. He's done well. He's managed to hold on to third position from Lewis there. Very well. As Josh and Tim going side by side. Josh managing to stay in front as Connor moves down to second place, but they are both together. Look, as you can see, everyone just trying to position themselves. Paddy making a move down the inside. He's going to have a good line. He's just trying to squeeze Connor there. Connor's going to squeeze back there, force Paddy to go as wide as possible. So Paddy's going to have to back off a little bit. Good news for Gagli. He's got a gap of 4 tenths of a second, which is not a lot, but it's enough. And we've got caution in sector 2. It's the McLaren of Bucco. He's still going though, so no worries about safety car or anything like that. That's what we don't want to see. If it comes in the main race, then it comes. It's a lot longer of a race. But yeah, you don't want to in the sprint race. That's a bit devastating. As Connor goes through on Gagli, Paddy there. Sorry, easy for me to say. Just staying behind as Lewis gets a 3-second penalty. That's going to drop him down to 7th position. That's a painful penalty to take in such a close race at the front. And the two Saubers doing a good job of keeping Tim behind, inadvertently giving an advantage here to Paddy in terms of not just this race but the championship, which is what we're looking at. Nothing in it at the front. As you see, the Saubers looking to make a move on Lewis, and not quite. Still, again, King Panda trying to get as close as possible. Thinks he's got Lewis for pace. Lewis has dropped back a bit again. He's 7 tenths behind. Remember, he was 9 tenths behind a couple of laps ago, but the DRS down the Hanger Straight, he managed to bring it back. Paddy having a really good lap here, and a very good lap. added to that. He's had a really good set of chicanes there. He's had a good exit. And Gagley's definitely going through on Connor here. Paddy is not risking it. Oh, a little touch there. I don't think anything really happened there. Just a little kiss. As Josh goes through on King Panda on his teammate. Fishy Flopper goes up to 9th, dropping a nice one down to 10th position. But, we're on the last lap now, and Gagley leads the race. But I'm not sure. I mean, obviously you want to be first, but Connor's in a really good position here in second. Just stay behind Gagley and take him down the hanger straight. That would be the plan, I would imagine. You see Connor flashing there, using all of his ERS, as these guys have gapped to 4th position now. So we'll stay on with Paddy in 3rd, in a great position, looking really. Oh, touches there. Paddy has got the pace. Those softs have done well for the 9 laps. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, Paddy with the slingshot, up 2 positions into 1st on the last lap of the race. Incredible stuff. He's got to stay in front down this hanger straight. That's going to be the tough test for him here. Oh, what is going on there? It's a triple pilot. It's Tim, it's Lewis, and I think it's Josh as well. Incredible stuff. That's mental. Yeah, Josh has moved down to 6th now. Gagley's gone through. Connor's going to take this race, or is he? This side by side, coming around the final corner. There we go. Paddy's managed to get up to 2nd. Oh, and they go side by side. Oh my word, Connor's gone into the wall, Paddy's gone into the wall. 20-second penalty for Connor for corner cutting there. So Gagley's won the race, Paddy's 2nd, King Panda 3rd, Verpe 4th, Tim 5th, Josh 6th, highest one 7th, Fishy Flopper 8th, Connor down to 9th, due to that 20-second penalty. Have to see that there was a lot of incidents there. Incredible last lap. And here comes Bucko in 10th position, finally able to get my breath a little bit. Ace is going to come over the line in 11th. And we're just waiting on Broke Gorilla now, who will be the last finisher, but he will finish. So there is that. And so Gagley has taken the race win, Paddy in 2nd. Tim managing, even with that massive, like both Ferraris were all over the place there. And with a Sauber, all 3 cars, I would imagine, taking big damage. Obviously Lewis DNF'd in the end, but yeah, Tim manages to hold on for 5th, keeps him well within the championship. As I say, double points, so nothing decided yet, but what a great sprint race for Paddy there, getting 2nd position. He's going to have the advantage going into the feature race, but the winner of this sprint race is Gagley, Paddy, the driver of the day, which I've got to agree with for this race. Qualified on the mediums, took the softs into the race, and it paid off for him with an excellent 2nd position there. So there you go. There's the final standings, and yeah, an absolutely mental race. And that last lap, who knows what? I can't tell you everything that was going on there. There's just so much, too much going on, really. I wasn't able to catch every incident, unfortunately. I think that's impossible. I'd need about 10 screens. But yeah, what a great qualifying and then sprint race. As I said, you never ever get let down by these races at Silverstone. It's always good. So we're into the main qualifying. Let's get the lap data on, and 18 minutes is the qualifying length. That's normal. I've got a replay here of the I think the incident with the Ferraris and the Sauber, I think. Oh yeah, it looks like the Sauber's moved across and taken out both Ferraris. Now I'm not. That's just one view that I've got there, so that might not have exactly been that, but that's what it looked like to me. That's a bit mental on the last lap as well. Trying to do the job for the for the team, for the constructors. Just getting the outlaps ready. The chat went a bit. The Discord chat went a bit mad after that race, and I'm not surprised. It was, yeah, it was one of those. So let's see anybody out on the soft. Flopper's out on the soft tyres. So let's stay on board with Flopper then, shall we? Broke Gorilla's out on medium tyres. He's having a bit of a tester run, you might say. He's on his fast lap already. And this, who's that? Is that Verpe in the Aston? Yeah, he's actually further forward. So look, Verpe, he had a really good qualifying for the sprint. So I expect a fast time here. I certainly do. Have a quick look at something. There we go. But on his first quick lap of the session, of course, he put that really fast time in straight away during the sprint qualifying, so he'd be looking to do something similar. See the sector 2 time through Beckett's here to the hanger straight. 103.5. That's not bad for a first lap. That's okay. It's like broke Gorilla King back into the pits. Saturdays, yeah, probably. If you want to, I don't know, send me a DM or something. Well, we can sort something out. As yeah, 127.6 and a 128.8 so far. Tim's on his outlap. That's going to be one to keep an eye on. Gagli's just starting his fast lap, so this should be a good lap from Gagli. We would imagine the winner of our sprint race tonight will be looking to do the double. Has an outside chance of the title. keep mentioning it just to remind you, there is or there are double points available in this race, so everything to play for. Currently though, Paddy, oh, and that's an invalidation from Gagley. That could be costly. Let's see where's Bucko. He's in he's just in sector 2 almost. Yeah, I did answer. I said send me a DM or something. Obviously I'm a bit busy at the minute, but yeah, we can always have a talk about it and whatnot. Bucko is on the mediums, by the way, as you can see. A lot of people are deciding to go for the medium tyres straight away, which is yeah. Get it off of the yeah, no worries. Or get him to send me a message or something, and or you add me and we'll talk about it. No problem. A 129.2 there from Bucko. Let's get down to Tim and see what sort of lap Tim's putting out. So 103.5 through 2 sectors. So that's about the same as Vert's time through 2 sectors there. So see what sector 3 holds. Tim always looks pretty smooth. Using the track to the maximum. That's a 127.3. So yeah, really good sector 3 time there from Tim. Paddy's just starting his outlap. He's literally just behind Tim. So let's see what Paddy can do. There we go. Let's see the sector 1 time. 27.9. It's not a purple sector 1. It's not the fastest we've seen. It's a solid sector 1. Remember, there's plenty of time to go. Look, you see 9 minutes and 50 seconds. Not quite even halfway in the qualifying session. Everyone's just trying to get a good lap down now. King Panda a 128.7. I would imagine some of these have been on medium tyres. Yeah, Bucko and King Panda on the mediums. Yeah, Tim's 127.3 is the fastest so far, but a purple sector 2 for Paddy. Yeah, he had a really good qualifying for the sprint, and he was involved in an incident on turn 2, I think it was, and unfortunately he just messed his race up a little bit. Definitely got a chance of winning. That's a 127.6 from Paddy. That's a minor error on sector 3 on the last corner in sector 3 there, so sure we'll be looking to improve that as the Seat Ice one with a 128.5, so that's good enough right now for 4th. We've still got 7 drivers currently not had a time, one of those being Gagley, another one being Josh and Lewis as well, so some of the expected, should we say, front runners. Gagley's on an outlap, so we can have a look at Gagley and have a look at his fast lap. I think because of the sprint race, obviously you don't get as many sets of tyres for qualifying, and you know you've got to manage what tyres you use and when, but if you're only going to do one fast lap, I think you're taking a bit of a risk. So yeah, we'll have to see. We've got the Verpe fan club in tonight, which is good to see. It's nice to have you with us. Always a pleasure. Do you think he'll win the race? Do you think he's going to win? He showed great pace, to be fair. As I say, he was a bit unlucky. I'm sure he'd be pleased to know that you're supporting him as well. There we go then. The pre-race favourites, Gagley. Getting his line right. Hopefully no mistakes. That's the big thing. No mistakes. We've got another Verpay fan in. Look at that, we've got 3 of them. Or even 4 maybe. Good to see. He's got his own supporters club. And there we go, he's in form at the minute. Or is he? No, he's not. That's the Wellington Street. That's my bad. Now he's in Loughfield. I've confused myself there. Yeah, SPR League. I'm glad. No, it's good to see. I like that when other people, you support the guy that's in your league. I like that. He's on his outlap. We'll check his fast lap out in a minute when we've seen what Gagley can do. Using all the track, Gagley. A 103.4. That's pretty quick. This is going to be a fast time. This is going to be under 128 as long as he gets this 3rd sector right. So could be one of those, where he's tough there. Oh, he won yesterday. He's class though, isn't he? And there you go, Gagley, 127.2. Oh, I appreciate that. It's always good. You're always welcome here. You're welcome in the chat and you're welcome to watch and everything. Yeah, it's nice to have you. Oh, did you get a penalty post-race then yesterday? You say he didn't win the race. He won it on track but didn't win. So I assume he had an incident at some point. Here we go. Here's your main man. Let's see him round. Let's see if he can improve. A 127.3 is really quick. Also 5 seconds in P3. So the race was really close then. So if 5 seconds dropped him down 2 positions, that's good for your league as well. You're having really close races at the front. That's a purple sector 1. 500ths up, so hopefully carry that into sector 2 and sector 3 of course as well. I like that when it's actually when down on his time through 2 sectors. When you've got a really close championship between like lots of drivers and again multiple winners and like you say, it's like 1 in 16 that could win a race. Brilliant. It's brilliant to watch. Oh, man is just about there. Just about put it in 2nd position, so on the front row of the grid. I think that's going to be his qualifying over though. Not time to get in and out. You know what the pit lane's like at Silverstone. We've got guys coming out of the pits. Let's see, Paddy's coming out I think, and Tim. What, half a second up. Absolutely flying here. He could bang in a 127. Bahrain as well, but I mean the last time I raced it, that's a 128.1, not quite managing to get under that 128, but it's a good lap nonetheless. Yeah, is Bahrain still a 2-stopper? It's like that's mental to me. Bahrain, it's always on this game, it's a two-stopper for some reason. Everyone leaving it late. Connor's come out on his out lap. Let's see. Nobody else doing a fast lap, so we'll stick with Connor for now. I do like racing at Bahrain as well. It's one of my favourite tracks. It's Connor the first four. There's quite a few on fast laps now. So Gagley's on his out lap. Tim is on his out lap. Paddy on an out lap. Lewis is out. Ace is out. Immortal and Josh still not out yet. Surely Josh is coming out now, I think. Yeah. So Juscovy and Immortal to go. Connor's going to start his fast lap. This is a potential driver that could put your man Birthday down here to the second row of the grid. Very quick is Connor. He's a championship leader in championship leader in another league that I do commentary on, Connor. Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it was still two. If you can extend, yeah, that stint on the hards as much as possible and get a one-stopper, it's a massive advantage. Oh, Connor's ran really wide. Got away with it though, because he went so wide, he's not invalidated. To see what his 106.1 through two sectors. Yeah, not a great lap from Connor. He's a potential pole sitter. You saw that in the race last time out, and obviously in qualifying as well. Not had a good one this time. See, already 124. He's not going to be on pole, that's for sure. It's been quite an average lap from Connor. Not even that. That's a poor lap from him. He knows he's got what, like 3 seconds in the bag there. Let's go to Tim then, who quite far back, so we'll get to see everyone's laps and what they put in. And Bertha's still out. Maybe he did manage to get in and out again. It'd be good if he did. That pit lane is so long at Silverstone, and it's not just that it's a long pit lane. It's the max speed's really low, isn't it? That's a 103.1 through 2 sectors. That is a big time. This could be a 126.9 or 8. This could be a really big one, this lap. .126.5. That's yeah. That's set a marker, that has, hasn't it? Paddy 127.1, currently second. Not for long. There's Gagley, and your man he's invalidated. He's coming to the pits. He's going to start from 6th. He definitely win from 6th though. What a lap from Tim. Oh, Connor! Oh my word! He's in first. He's managed. I thought his race was over. His qualifying was over. A 126.2. So we've got Connor and Tim on the front row. From Gagley in 3rd, Paddy in 4th. The Saubers on row 3. That's not unusual for them. As I say, very solid team. Your man there in the Aston Martin, 7th position on the 4th row of the grid next to Lewis. So he's got a lot of really good drivers around him. It's going to be tough. I can't believe that Connor coming in clutch at the death there. I thought his qualifying was over. I didn't even really. I was not like paying attention. I was like, oh, that's he's done. And then he's pulled that out of the bag. We've got Ice One and Flopper on the 5th row. 11th and 12th for Bucko and Broke Gorilla. Govion in 13th, Ace in 14th, and Immortal in 15th. 3 cars not managing to get a time in. I don't know if they had a qualifying ban there. I would have imagined that they haven't. Of course, no Will Witchell tonight. He's currently serving a qualifying ban himself. A race ban, apologies, a full race ban. So, yeah, no Will tonight. Oh, Gagley not happy with Verp there. That's a bit of a slap on the wrist from Gagley, saying you're sat on the exit curb at 2-1, slowing everyone down. Bit of a bit of gamesmanship there. So looking a bit overcast for the race. You know, it's what is it? Is it 26 laps? I think. Is it 26 or 29? I think it's 26. So plenty of time if there's going to be rain. That could change things, you know. That could make things very interesting. Could give an advantage to the guys running in the lights of 6th, 7th. So here's the formation lap. Let's see the tyres. So interesting. I only commentated last on at Silverstone, was actually this last week, and people did do a soft medium 1-stop and soft hard 1-stop. So that's interesting to see. A lot of medium runners and a lot of soft runners. Only one on the hard, so that's Bucco. Well, I mean, anything could. I think Tim's going to win the race and he'll win the championship. I think Paddy will finish second in the championship. And I think Connor will DNF. Gagley will finish third. Verp will have a good race. I think he'll finish fourth. I think he'll get past the Saubers and he'll get past Connor, because I think I've got a feeling Connor will DNF tonight. I could be wrong, obviously. So yeah, Tim, Paddy and Gagley will be the top 3 for me, in that order. And Tim will win the Drivers' Championship. And I think Gagley finishing second would probably be enough for the Red Bulls to win the Constructors. I'll just have a quick look at that, actually. Now, because I'm a commentator, you know, my prediction just won't happen. It's a commentator's curse. It always happens. You know, whatever I say, it'll be the opposite. No, actually, if Tim finishes first, the Ferraris have won the Constructors as well. It'll be tough for the Red Bulls. Connor overstepped his mark a little bit there. We'll be starting further back. That's going to give an advantage to Tim. Gagley's going to have to be careful. He might get boxed in here. So lights out, and the race of the season finale is underway. Yeah, that's a poor start from Connor. Straight through there, Tim. And Gagley straight through too. Look at that. Really good start. And they're up to 6th position. Em and Lewis side by side. You can see all 3 wide in places. Paddy managing to regain 4th there. King Panda though going through, although Ram went slightly wide. Back down into 7th. Well, you see, it's the most important thing here is to get off to a clean start, and that's what they've managed to do. That's massively important. You don't want you can never win a race on lap 1. I've always I know it's cliched. I've always been a big believer that you can only ever lose a race on lap 1. There's no point like dive bombing it and just trying to gain 3 or 4 positions. if you've got confidence in your own ability, in your own speed, then 26 laps is more than enough, or should be more than enough for you to win the race. So nice to see anyway, everybody getting off clean. You see what currently we're going to have a DRS train of 9 cars as Lewis and Merpage side by side again. As you can see, Aston's going to have an inside eye. He's just backed off a little bit. There's no need to overly do it there. As Tim puts in the fastest lap there on lap 1. DRS enabled. Let's go back to the front. As you can see, about 3.5 tenths in front, 4 tenths in front, Tim off Gagley, but DNS now will be enabled down the Wellington straight. Not the easiest straight to overtake on, but it does set you up ready for the hanger straight. It sets you up for that next DRS zone. Yellow flags, and that's going to be the Mercedes of Ace there, and a bit of an incident. Wouldn't be too bad in the sprint race and sprint quali as well. Oh, and touch there from Connor on Gagley. Just got to be a little bit careful there. Oh, that's 3 seconds. Oh, that's disastrous. It's a big 3 seconds, especially in a race that's going to be as close as this one. That could be costly. He's front 4 now. King Panda's going to be able to close the gap a little bit. He's got DRS just behind. As Connor moves into first position, overtakes Tim. We're on board with Paddy in 4th. You see these 3 wide. This is very risky. As Tim and Connor switching positions. Connor, don't cost Tim the title that way. 10 seconds now for Burt. Oh no, this is disastrous. He's in the pit lane. He's got a 13-second penalty. I think that might be calling this one. We'll see. I'd respect him massively if he carried on with that penalty. And Panda right behind now. And Lewis has managed to just get into DRS. As Ice One goes through on Flopper there, they're switching positions. But look at this, King Panda looking to take it on the inside, not quite able to. So these 6 cars now at the front. Connor, Gagley, Tim, Paddy, King Panda and Lewis have managed to pull away quite early on. He's come back out. I respect that. He's come back out. You know he's going to have to pit in again. Who's going to be the one to make a move? It looks like it's going to be Gagley on Connor. Yep, and Connor pushing Gagley there. Not sure there's any contact, but using all the track there to defend. And that's given Tim an advantage there to try and get through. Oh, and Gagley's in the wall. Oh, and that's race over for Gagley. Oh my word, it's going to go off in the chat. That's a full safety car as well. Yeah, so I said Connor was going to DNF. It looks like it's going to be Gagley that DNFs. He got a 3-second penalty. And I think he must have got damage because he came into the pits, but he got 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. Fortunately, there's a safety car out, so I imagine, yeah, he's coming to the pits. He's gonna serve part of that penalty and still be at the back of the pack. Let's see how much of this penalty he's going to serve. Is he going to do 10? I think he's going to do the 10 seconds. So that's okay, I guess. Yeah, he's taking the 10 off. So Connor leads from Tim. You see the gaps here. That's because we're under safety car conditions. I wouldn't worry about that. At least he's got 10 of those 13 seconds off. and you know he's got the pace, so he's gonna move up pretty quick, I would imagine. He was already on odds. He's gone on to the mediums. I would imagine medium. He's already, so he started on. Did he start on the softs? That's the question. If he started on the softs, he can do medium. Everyone's pitting in now as well, so he's gone through on the safety car. He gets a move on. He won't get past anyone, but he'll definitely be at the back. Let's just check out who has decided to pit in. So King Panda's stayed out. Connor's gone on the hard tyre, so's Paddy. They're both going to look to take that hard tyre the whole race, which also suggests to me that it's not going to rain. King Panda, Broke Gorilla and Bucko have all stayed out. I get why Bucko stayed out, he's on the hard tyres. Tim's gone on to mediums, which is quite interesting, because I don't think they'll last the full race. Same with Lewis and Flopper. Josh has gone on to softs. I guess he's just accepting the fact he's not going to go off the whole of the race on whatever tyre he's got left, so he's going to stop. Could be a big brain from both Connor and Paddy here. They're going to lose out early on in terms of positions. You know, the fresh mediums are going to be a lot quicker. But the fact they might not have to do another stop, that could make all the difference really in this race. Plenty of time for everyone to get to the back of the grid. That's 3 seconds for Govey there. Don't want to be getting track limits under a safety car. That's got to be frustrating. Bit of a rookie error, that. So safety car staying out another lap. Good news for everyone is that they can all now bunch up and we'll have a restart. Yeah, I think actually this is a big brain decision from Connor and Paddy here, because they're definitely not going to have to pit in again. It's possible you could take the mediums the rest of the race, but they're going to be absolutely fried by you know, the last few laps. We've got the old saying that safety cars make more safety cars, as you get incidents off the restart. We'll have to see if that happens here tonight. Fortunately, I'm getting a chance to see what's up with Gagley there. That was oh, I've just got in the chat. Nice one, dickhead, at Connor. Oh, that's not a great way for your season to end. I think actually Gagley would have. He missed a couple of weeks. Maybe went on holiday. You know, it's the summer. People go on holiday or visit family or whatever. Maybe even, you know, change shifts at work. He missed a couple of weeks. I think if he'd have been here for those couple of weeks, he would have been first in the championship right now. So very, very unfortunate end to the season from Gagley. Hopefully he can reset himself and come back strong next season and win that championship. He's definitely got it in him. So safety car will be in this lap, as you can see. Oh, Panda backing everyone up. These front three, because they're on used tyres, it's going to be interesting to see what those on the fresh tyres behind do and how quickly they can get past. I'm not actually, obviously you want to see the fastest guys race, and you see it in this league, you know, But I'm more interested in seeing good close racing than just like pure pace. I think it's a good close race with overtakes and stuff. Then that's more important. So Connor's gone through on Bucco, had a bit of a disastrous restart. Don't worry, Govey in the pits, retiring there. So no worries about another safety car, fortunately. And Bucco down into ninth. I don't know what happened there. He's let's see, yeah, a big incident. Oh, and yeah, so his tyres are definitely overheated. He's got to basically go as slow as possible for a little bit here, and then his tyres all cool down. So back up to the front there, and Tim's managed to go through on Connor. Paddy down into sixth. As I said, it's going to be difficult for those guys on those hard tyres. Connor goes through on Tim. I think Tim knows right now the position he's in front of Paddy is good enough. It's going to win him the championship. Lewis could do him a favour here and just hold up Paddy a little bit, you know, hard defend, and see if Paddy can open a bit of a gap, or have a gap opened on him, to Tim. On up to second. Tim looking to go through on Broke Gorilla, as I mentioned, on those older tyres. DRS enabled, and Lewis has gone through as well. Paddy has got to get through as quickly as possible on Broke Gorilla. He doesn't want to be held up if he's got any chance of winning this race. King Panda, by the way, has absolutely smashed it. Just one lap. He's 2.7 seconds in front, and that's a big gap this early. That's made things very interesting. Up to 10th, that 3 seconds that's killing him, isn't it? As Lewis goes through on Josh Gaming. We're not following King Panda at the minute, just because he's that far in front. This is where the action is, just behind these two, and these two as well. Let's see if Tim's going to probably make a move using DRS here. As we ride on board with him. Of course, we've got Lewis behind and Josh just behind Lewis. Paddy down into 9th position now. As I mentioned though, he's on those hard tyres. He's looking to take them the rest of the race and have that advantage over the mediums towards the end if the medium runners don't pit in. A couple of tenths been taken out of King Panda's time. And, hey, be careful guys, come on. I don't mind a few touches, but just be careful. Lewis now trying to get through on Connor. Connor has managed to get down the inside into turn 1. Josh has just really put himself in a good position there. He's side by side with Lewis. Lewis managed to just cut him off through turn 2 on a long left-hander. But our first DRS zone coming up. 3 seconds now the gap. King Panda has managed to increase his lead. He dropped by a couple of tenths on that last lap, but he's pulled it out again. And that's 2.9, so they're doing alright. Managing to hold on at the front. They'll have to pit in at some point though. Let's get Josh's point of view. We see everything in front here. We have a McLaren in sector 1, and we'll be Bucco struggling a little bit. It's tough for him. He had a poor restart and didn't quite manage to recover from that really, and then obviously having a little incident and going off the track. As Tim goes through on Connor to take second position. Paddy now looking to get down the inside on Flopper, not quite able to get through. Almost at the start of lap 10. Ooh, a little bit of a snap there from Paddy. And Flopper's dropped back. He's 2.5 almost 3 seconds behind Josh here. So, going to be difficult. The gap now has started to close. You see it's just 2 seconds and falling between Tim and King Panda in first. So we could see, as Lewis goes through on Connor, we could see these guys catching up to the front here. Connor now down in 4th position, got Josh just behind. Connor's going to look to, it's a risky move that, but he's managed to make it stick. Well, that's done though, it's allowed Josh to get close. Difficult there, he's had to back off slightly, Josh. You can't, there's not really room, it's difficult. Really difficult to pass there. Through the chicanes, Ice One gets 3 seconds. Murphy now up to 8th position, so not bad. As Paddy's looking to pass on Flopper there, and he has, but side by side again, as you can see. But Paddy makes it stick now. Now he's got to make the charge, he's 3.2 back. Back up to the front gap now, 1.7. Connor 7/10 back on Tim as well. Everything changing Bucko. Another 3 seconds for multiple warnings. Having a bit of a disaster at the minute. Needs to just take a breath. Yeah, he's had a very good restart, and he's just nip back down and have a look. So he's about to go into the first DRS zone, looking pretty good. He's got Flopper and Paddy in front, so he could easily get up to 6th position here. Especially if these two are battling like they are, as Flopper's gone through on Paddy. So these three here, all battling for 6th position as it stands. I think that it might be difficult though for him to keep those softs going. As, let's have a look what's going on here. And Bucko, he's out of the race in the pits. As you can see, Lewis in 5th from Connor. Josh is up to 3rd. The Sauber's having a really good race. I think Connor's going to take Josh here though. They've just dropped back now. Tim has been the one to pull away. He's on the back of King Panda. As Fishy Flopper drops down. Verpe goes up into 6th. Him and Paddy side by side. Paddy's gone through. Look at that. It's a 4-car battle here. As Tim has gone through. That's King Panda in the pits. Oh no, he's in the wall. Oh my word. No front wing. Oh, and I mean, that's moved the guys up a position, but King Panda's going to be raging at that. So Tim leads the race from Connor. Josh Gaming in 3rd. Lewis in 4th. Paddy almost 4 seconds behind. They're just outside DRS. We can just close the gap a little bit. In 6th position. Let's get on board with Tim for a second. That, you know, the sky's getting a lot more overcast. It's looking a lot dodgier in terms of weather here. I think we might see some rain. We're not yet halfway through the race, so will be interesting to see whether the dry conditions hold out or not. And I'm trying to close that gap on Tim for the race win. King Panda moves up to 10th. I'm sure he'll be coming in the pits, King Panda, to be fair. No front wing. That's the fastest lap of the race from Connor. So Lewis and Josh battling together here. As Lewis has sent it, and he's managed to get through. Josh gonna have the outside line. He might be able to carry a bit more momentum, a bit more speed. Yeah, he has, and he's done well there. He's kept it going. See a bit further down, as you see in the distance there, Lewis and Josh. A lot of swapping of positions. It doesn't quite get close enough to make the pass. It is, as I mentioned before, it's difficult to pass down that first DRS zone unless you're really side by side. Back up, look at, you see how close Josh is to Lewis. They've dropped back now, and there's quite a gap. But these two, absolutely neck and neck right now. Josh having to lift off a bit, as expected, through the chicanes. He's so close, isn't he? He's not quite within striking distance. I think next lap you might see him make a move. Of course, Paddy's tyres are definitely going to be able to last. Should it stay dry? So tyre management could be important, as we have there's the ice one in the Red Bull coming into the pits, possibly. Yep, that is ice one in the pits. I was just checking. Still, I mean, they're getting a bit closer though, Paddy and Bert. So, as Lewis and Josh are battling, if those two can just start to close that gap. Of course, Josh on the soft tyres, I forgot about that. That's interesting. Is he expecting rain? Those softs will start to fall off, you would imagine. Any time now, it's really difficult. Oh, look who's gone through. He's gone through down the straight. We just missed it, but he's gone through. And Paddy down into 6th. 3 seconds though. I think that's going to be costly, isn't it? That penalty is going to probably cost him. Tim out in front there, still 1.2. 2.3 the gap now between 5th and 4th. So yeah, these guys are catching up. They've got the pace. Of course, Josh is going to be struggling right now on the soft tyres. And Paddy manages to go through those hard tyres. Will be looking pretty decent, to be fair. So back down to 6th, Paddy up into 5th. He's not quite got it, has he? He's not quite got the pace, Paddy. But should these guys around him pit in, he could have a massive advantage. And I mean, it's got a straight drive for that to happen too. So, Josh again on Lewis. Both on soft tyres, I think. No, Lewis was on mediums. My bad. And then, Paddy and Bert. Who's going to be the one? Who's going to be the one to make the move? Gap down to 1.5 between these guys. He's going to go through. Here we go. There's the pass from the Aston Martin. Makes it stick. That's a nice overtake. Down the hanger straight into Stowe and then Vale. 1.38. Yeah, that gap is getting ever so close now, and it looks like we're very close to. Oh, and there's the rain. There's the first spots of rain. Here we go. Everybody's going to be pitting in soon. So how long are they going to stay out? That's going to be the question. DRS still enabled, by the way, so yeah, as you can see, DRS still enabled. Yeah, I think one more. It's going to be tough for the Ferraris. They don't want a double stack. Same as I'm a Mercedes, all right. There's quite a gap between them. Yeah, be careful of double stacking. The Ferrari's going to lose out. It might just be enough of a gap. See how hard this rain does come down. course, you don't want to pit in a lap too early and smash your inters up, and you don't want to pit a lap too late and lose loads of time on a dry tyre. But look at this, Paddy is absolutely flying. Oh, touch on the inside there. I think they're both all right though. Yeah, just a little kiss. That's nothing too bad. Yeah, it looks like everyone's going another lap from the front runners. Connor's managed to close the gap. Let's get up to second position, and Connor, DRS still enabled, not been disabled as yet. As you can see, the heavens have opened. It wouldn't be the British Grand Prix without a bit of rain. Anybody who's not English, one thing we are famous for is the weather, and the weather being rubbish, really. Connor's he's a very good racer. He's an intelligent racer. He's aggressive, but normally he keeps it the legal side of aggressive. There's Josh down to 6th. I enjoy it. It was good to see Hamilton get a race win this year. I'm a big Lando Norris fan. I have been since he entered F1. Just because McLaren have always been the team that I've supported. So Lando getting that off his back and getting a couple of wins this season has been great. Yeah, Connor is Piastri. I'm glad somebody else loves McLaren. They get a lot of hate in the F1 chats. Especially Norris. He gets a lot of hate. I don't think it's Lando needs to sort his attitude out. I think McLaren need to sort their strategy out. I think they need to decide. They're favourites for the constructors. I think that goes without saying. I think they're only like, is it 6 points behind the constructors, something like that. But they need to really decide now that, look, we've probably got the constructors in the bag. Let's get Lando as close as possible to the driver's title. So who's come in there? So staying out is quite surprising, but there is, you see, DRS still enabled. So the rain's coming down, but not heavy. They've got a few more laps than I thought they would do. Let's anybody in? Yeah, there's a few in. Josh is in on the inters. Obviously, he was on the softs. That was difficult for him. Ice One's on the inters, and so is Broke Gorilla. I don't think I hate any driver. I get annoyed with Sainz and Alonso because I live in Spain, and so every time they do anything in any session, like Alonso could put his car in 6th in free practice 1, and the Spanish teams, the commentators and stuff, they'll be going mad just because Alonso's putting a good lap in free practice. It annoys me. I like Stroll. I like Lance. Problem is he's got because of who his dad is. It's tough for him, isn't it? I think it's funny. Lance had his best. And Connor's gone. That's a spin from Connor, and that's a track reset. So that's going to be a post-race penalty, by the way. I caught that on the stream. That's he's probably going to get a penalty for that. And we've got a safety car out. Connor, DNF, look, I called it, didn't I? He's put it in a wall, and we've got a safety car out. Right. So, everyone's going to pit in now. That's brilliant for your man, weren't they? In 4th position now. He's going to come and pit in, and he's going to have... he's probably going to hold position. So, yeah. Perfect for him. He can do that though, can't he? Because of his dad. We're talking Stroll. He can shift the blame, and he can act like a number 1 driver. I'm not. Also, because you'd think I'm English, I'm probably anti Max Verstappen. I'm not, by the way. I just want, I just want to see close races and close championships. That's all I'm interested in, regardless of who wins. We just want to see good racing, don't we? The Ferrari's in. Let's see where everyone comes out. Oh, managed to get through on Lewis as well there. Up into third. Difficult, obviously, a 3-second penalty. But out of nowhere now, you know, that disastrous start with the 3 seconds, probable wing damage, I would imagine. Then a 10-second speeding penalty. Now in third position with only a 3-second penalty. Get bad. I think Lawrence Stroll. He reminds me of a Bond villain. You know, he's a bad guy in an action movie. He'll turn around in his chair with his cat, you know, stroking his cat and be like, "Yeah, Mr. Bond." Yeah, he's got that about, you know, it's like if Alonso ever said anything bad about him, or he'd take a hit out on Alonso, or he'd kidnap his family to make him stay at Aston Martin. He's that sort of guy, you know. What annoys me most about Aston Martin actually is the fact that I followed Drugovic through the formulas, and he got obviously won Formula 2, and he's just been sat in that reserve seat in the Aston Martin, and it's like he's so much better than not just Stroll, but there's a lot of drivers on that grid that he is better than, and then the likes of Logan Sargent get a drive. I know he's not in the team anymore, but you see what I'm saying. And you know, Kevin Magnussen's in the Haas, you know, or whatever. Good driver can't get a drive. Yeah, he would. Yeah, he'd be stroking Lance's head. But yeah, he's got that. He just looks like a Bond villain, doesn't he? He looks like an international money launderer. He's gone into the pits. Oh, and he's got another 10. He's disqualified. He ignored the yellow flag. Oh no. Oh. No. Oh, it's race over. That's unfortunate. He's out. I know what he tried to do. We've all done it. So safety car's out. He's bombed it into the pit lane, because that's what you do. You try and take a couple of seconds going into the pit lane, and he's been done for the yellow flags. It must be that. And yeah, that's really unfortunate. He was up there as well. He pitted in. He must have. Why would he pit in again? I think he had a touch with somebody on the under the safety car. He's not going to be happy with that, is he? What we've got now, I imagine the safety car will come in this lap. It's been out for a while. We're on lap 21 of 26. It's going to be a bit of a sprint to the finish, or as much of a sprint as you can get, given the conditions. Tim from Paddy. So we've got the top two in the championship, in first and second. Paddy, he's not had the greatest of races, but for all that, he's managed to get up into second position, and he's given himself a big chance here. We know how difficult it is to overtake in these sort of conditions. So, if he can have a good restart, he's got a chance. And Immortal's gone AI there, I think. Yeah, we can see through his car, look. So that's definitely a penalty. That is one of the rules of the league. No AIs. Not even under safety car conditions. You might get away with it if you had a little sneeze or something. You know, you just had to. You don't want to bin it or put it into somebody's rear end. But he's been AI for a while now, and that's going to slow everyone down behind him when this safety car comes in. I expected it to come in this lap, but he's going to start another lap. So all these guys, I don't know. This is going to be a real sprint finish. Their tyres will be freezing cold, by the way. There's no way of heating those intermediates up sufficiently in these conditions. It's impossible. It can't be done. So could end up, obviously it's going to be tough for the braking. I believe he got damage behind the safety car. So he went to pitting again. He's already on the inters. He's in third position. So he went to pitting again. And like any normal driver, I'm sure you've done it. I know I've done it in races. When there's a safety car out, sometimes you just try and, as you're coming into the pits, just go in a little bit quicker. And you won't exceed the delta because you're going in the pits. So I think he tried that, and he got done for ignoring the yellow flag, and he got disqualified. Very unfortunate. In other circumstances, I've seen that, and I've seen that happen where drivers do that, and they don't get a penalty. He's been a bit unlucky with his timing, and I think also because of the way the pit lane is here at Silverstone, because the pit lane goes off to the right and you go to the left if you stay on track, he's jumped up to first position, hasn't he? Because they're going around the outside, so he's in first for a bit, and that's probably what's done him in terms of him getting disqualified. So we go then. Tim's backing everybody up on lap 22 of 26. So we're going to have 4 laps here to race. Hopefully a clean finish. Paddy just trying to keep his tyres warm, but also trying not to end up in the back of Tim in front of him, whilst also trying not to get done on the restart. Tim's going nice and early, it looks. No, he's not quite. No. He's holding. Unfortunately, disqualified for ignoring yellow flags. Went to go into the pits, and he tried to do the sneaky. I'll get in the pits really quick, and unfortunately he got caught out. It happens. Sometimes you get away with it. As I say, I've seen people get away with it before. Sometimes you don't. And in this particular instance, he didn't. In a way, it's a bit of it's an annoying rookie error, but I do understand why he's done it. And he's not affected anyone else's race. He's off the line. He's gone into the pits and tried it, and it just didn't work for him. He was up in third as well. I think that's the unfortunate thing. There we go. Lewis right behind Paddy, who's 7/10 when it's wet. It's not. It's going to be really difficult for anybody to get close and overtake. So as it stands, we're all going to crown the champion, and it's going to be Tim. Unless Paddy can do something, we're going to. No disrespect to anybody else on the grid, but we're going to stick with these two. This is for the championship. The Ferraris, as it stands, they're going to win quite easily, the constructors. So it will be congratulations to them, both Tim and Lewis. But the driver's title, whoever finishes further forward out of these two, wins the driver's title. It is between Paddy and Tim. And it's kind of fitting that it's all come down to this last race, these two so close, first and second. We start lap 24, 3 laps to go then. The difficult thing is for Paddy is once he gets to a certain point, like here, close, where's he going to be able to overtake? That's going to be the most difficult thing of all. And we'll have to see where he decides. If he's close enough on the last lap, he's got to do it, really. even though I believe that they're level on points in the championship right now, in the Drivers' Championship, Tim, as I'm led to believe, is currently standing first because of race wins. You see Paddy keeping it nice and close. Everyone else has dropped off. We'll get on board with Paddy. We'll see how close he actually is. We'll see that we can have a good look at the track. It's pretty greasy, but you know, there's no like standing water or anything, and not much spray. So yeah, obviously it is Inters, but that's all it is. See a little bit of spray, but not too much. There you go. It's not too bad, is it? It's not really affecting visibility. I think it's that. And I think it's going to be where is Paddy going to overtake as we start lap 25 of 26. This is the last race of the season. This is the climax of such a close fought and well-run championship. Oh, both of them, ooh, sending it a little bit there. Be careful, don't, you know, these conditions, very easy to spin out. You're too much oversteer, and before you know it, you're facing the other way. Still within 6/10, but that's really difficult. Really difficult. Oh, Paddy's gone really wide there. That's cost him a couple of tenths. He's doing absolutely everything he can here. But Tim does look good. I didn't get the top 3 right, but it looked like I'm going to get the front 2 right. Tim from Paddy. Fortunately, Gagley decided he wanted to get disqualified this race. Oh, and he DNF'd, didn't he? I don't know. It's a long time. It's been a long time since then. We had rain safety cars and that. I'd have to watch it back. But yeah, he decided he didn't want to finish anyway. So there we go. The final lap of this year's championship, or this season, not year. It's not like we're not going to have another race until 2025. I meant this season. And it's going to be Tim leading the championship, leading the race, leading the constructors. He has been the #1 driver, I think that's fair to say, throughout the season. He's had some really good competition from Gagley, from Paddy, from Verpe, from King Panda, from Josh, from Ice One, from Ace, Immortal, Lewis, Flopper. There's been so many really good races for all these drivers, and they've given Tim absolutely everything all through the season. But it looks to me like he could well finish this championship in first position. We're just going to see that Paddy is really close. He's giving everything he can. He's giving it absolutely everything. He's got within 3/10 now. It's not quite over yet. He's had a poor exit though. And Tim's just managed to get to 7/10. And unfortunately, that's probably going to be it for Paddy, unfortunately for him. Fan favourite, of course. Paddy, a big fan favourite. Everybody gets on with him. He's one of the favourite drivers of the other drivers too. That's not to say that Tim isn't. Tim definitely is. And here we go, round the last corner. And it's going to be the championship for the Ferraris, for Tim. Paddy in second there. Second in the championship too. Ferraris are going to do the double. It's going to be both the drivers and constructors title. What a season. Flopper coming in 4th, King Panda 5th, Josh down into 6th position there, Ice One 7th, Broke Gorilla is going to come over the line in 8th, but he's gone really wide there, and he's probably going to drop down a place. Yeah, Ace manages to, because of the time penalties, managed to take the position, but It's all about our championship winner, and it's the main man himself. It is Tim. Congratulations, commiserations to Paddy. He gave it everything. He gave it everything he had, and was a worthy adversary. And well done again, as I mentioned. The Ferraris, never in doubt, really, was it? Dominant as a constructors, and absolutely terrific, I must say. The celebrations at the end of the race, as you can see, Tim very happy. Everybody at Ferrari happy tonight. Done the double. Paddy, the good sport that he is there. And that is it. That is it for the season. Not just for this race. That is this season over. And what a season it's been. It's been exceptional. You've seen everything. You've seen all the action. It's been an immense season. And thank you, NOMEX Racing, for allowing me to commentate this season. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. And thanks to everybody that's tuned in on any of the streams that's left a thumbs up, that's subscribed to my YouTube channel. It's been an absolute pleasure doing this for you, and hope to go again next season for you. And we'll see if there's any changes in the teams and in the drivers next season. It's all to play for. But for tonight, it's going to be massive celebrations, and rightfully so, for both Tim as the drivers and constructors champion, and his teammate Lewis, who had a big part to play in that constructors title. By no means had a bad season. He was really good. He really helped the Ferraris out, and a big part of them becoming constructors champions. Well done to everybody that raced this season, and that's, as I say, that's it for this season, and we'll be back very soon for the new season, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have, and we'll see you next time.